Apparently, these fish are normally a pale, fleshy colour. But just like the freaky glowing pigs, they've had a gene put into them which makes them fluoresce. Only this time it's not from jellyfish, it's from coral.
The gene is taken out of the sea coral. Can be done with the jellyfish gene, but these are done with sea coral. And as soon as the egg is fertilized, the gene is added to the egg, and then it integrates into the DNA.
These fish were originally developed as a kind of early warning system for toxins in water. The idea was that you drop them into a bucket of water taken from a river, and if the water was polluted, then the gene would switch on and the fish would start to glow. So is that what they're used for now?
The scientists are still working on the switch to detect pollutants. At this point, we're currently using them in the ornamental fish market, otherwise known as the pet fish market.
So they're just pets?
Absolutely, and keep them, use them in their house for enjoyment, stress release.
As it turns out, these stress-relieving toys are the first genetically modified animals on sale to the public anywhere in the world. Does this mean we could be looking at a future of glow-in-the-dark pet shops?
Fluorescence marker gene technology works with all cells and organisms up to people. There's a green fluorescent rabbit. There's been a monkey that was green fluorescent.
Why don't you sell those in pet shops?
We have not gotten beyond fish. I mean, we're looking at a specific market, and that's really a business issue.
A business issue? We're talking about the building blocks of life. We shouldn't be messing about with this stuff. What if the fish somehow get out? So presumably if these fish escaped and they mated with other fish, you'd end up with lots of glowing fish. I mean, they're not going to mate immediately with a shark, but gradually with things that are a little bit bigger. Until, are we looking at a situation in a few hundred years where every fish in the sea glows in the dark?
You have to look at this in evolutionary terms. Evolution hones organisms over millions of years. This fluorescence gene has no purpose in an evolutionary fitness perspective. It causes a significant burden, simply predation. I mean, a predator, this is a bright red neon or green or orange sign that says, eat me. These fish are ecologically weak, so they would be cut out of the gene pool. So if it were to get out, it would die.
Oh, really? Well, I'm not entirely convinced. When it comes down to it, are there actually any guarantees?
Anything in the world that we do has risk, and I can't tell you for sure that these fish are never going to get out. Any type of biotech animal has to be considered on a case-by-case basis, just like we consider pharmaceutical drugs, for example. We have certain processes that we go through, and we feel a certain comfort level that they're safe.
So Alan can't promise me that these new genes won't get out and cause havoc. And this is the nub of all my concerns. Do we really understand what we're doing here? In fact, genes from some GM organisms have escaped into the wild, so I reserve the right to be a bit worried.